Hey, everybody. I'm going to take you into the intro and then I will be back to say hey and to get into this because we got some things to talk about. We sure do. Let's get into it.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time will never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
Oh my God, I didn't even take myself off the screen. I'm sorry. Uh, I know it's not a big deal, but I probably should have taken myself off the screen. Anyway, figure we do a little one because I know that it is Monday and Toasty will be live at 8:30. Be there or be square, as they say. No, I'm kidding. Um, I enjoy Toasty's lives. I like it when she does Shanny content. She's the only one I watch for Shanny content. And that's how I found out about them was Toasty. Let me say hi to everybody. Happy Monday, by the way. Makes sense. The kids are in school tomorrow. Why would you mess up a week like that? Why not just give a 3-day weekend? Yeah, off the weekend. You go Monday, then you're off, then you go back for hump day. Come on, slide the parents some slack here. You could have just did, that just breaks up. That just messes up the week. At least it does for me. Maybe it's my age. I don't know. But it's weird. Should have just did Monday off, Tuesday, you know. let me and let me tell everybody, don't forget to do that YouTube thing. We gotta appease the boss. YouTube wants them thumbs up. We gotta give them what they want. No, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you're not subbed up, sub on up. Act, buy a membership. Support the channel. It's $1.99, and you can be a poolside misfit. Let's say hi. Hey, Cash. Yeah, that their algorithm thing. Yeah, it gets on my nerves. Hey, Maureen. Hey, Hope. Hey, One Way Street is in the house. Nope, not today. Not happening. No. Hey, Chatty. Hey, Thor. Between Sebastian's case, politics, and just your everyday morons, if I spoke my mind, I would probably be put somewhere under a mental institution. Not in it, under it? Okay. Hey, Heather VVG, good to see you. Hey, Miss Fletcher. Hey, Darby. Hey, Catherine. Starry Night. Ministry of Defense. Miss Brittany. Hey, Sherry P. Brandon Barn. Step not that step, don't side eye me, is in the house. Hey, Lady Starfire. And Darcy Miller's in the house. Hey, Cheryl. Did I say Charles? Did I say that right or just kill your name? Hey, Midwest. Hey, Kelly Bird. Senrisa. Hey, Jay. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate that. Toe Beans. I love that name. Hey, Shauna. Oh, always street. I know. I always call you always street, and I know that's not it. It's a one-way street. I know, but that's just like my name for you. Um, thank you. And well, 3 months. Whoa. Kathy clocked the house. Hey, straight talker. Unsupervised chaos is out and about. Look out. Hey, sweetie cake. Hey, Christina. Heather Dawn. Julie R. I hear my kids. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? How's your hand making out? Hey, Wine Crime and Mayhem. Good to see you. Yeah, it makes no sense. Now my whole schedule's mixed up for this week. Hey, Jana. I mean, just give the kids the freaking Monday off, okay? Don't ruin the week. Now you ruined my whole week. My whole schedule's thrown off. Because who gets a Tuesday off? Do the 3-day weekend thing next time. Oh, Patricia, 10 months. Woo. Look out. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Hey, JJ. Okay. So, today, y'all remember, oh gosh, what was it, 3 months ago? I guess it'd be hard. You see so much content, it's hard to remember. Um, I think was the first time I caught and introduced TikTok Tony to everybody and his little crew over there. I might play a little bit of that just so mm, I can remind myself of what I said back then, which has been going down all along. We're going to play a little bit of Brittany's panel. Hey, voices. Hey, Dixie. Um, yeah, I'll even drop the link. If anybody wants to come up today, I'll drop the link. I'm trying to get more accustomed to having people on panel, you know, panel etiquette and all that stuff. But we're going to go over some of that interview. And then there's recordings that I have from TikTok that I never played for you guys. I told you I had them, but at the time I wasn't comfortable playing them because of the stuff they were saying and doing. But it's been out here and other people have played it because I made sure I got the video to someone who was put out in that video and should have been aware of it. Um, I'm just what I'm gonna do is I'm not, even though everybody knows what Savage looks like, everybody knows what Queen and JLR. I'm probably gonna leave a screen up because I don't know. I don't want to disrespect anybody and show photos they don't want people to see. You know what I mean? It's like it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Um, I don't know. We'll see when we get to it. I just they had some really horrible hey voices.
Hey,
They had some really horrible things to say, and all of that was a direct result of Tony and Betty's shenanigans. Everything that's happened on TikTok, the fighting, the infighting, the doxing, the threatening, the trying to ruin someone's business, that all comes from them.
so
I called
that's
it 3 months ago.
that Tony had actually been doing, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Hey, Petty. I called it 3 months ago. The first time when I accidentally found them on TikTok and recorded it, and thankfully other creators picked it up too because it was just too much for one person to record. There for a minute they were on all the time, but he's still going on in these boxes. He's still going in these chats. I just haven't figured out what's left of his 2 a.m. crew, which which alt is him. I'm telling you, Tony's still very much in them chats, and he's gonna pop back up on panel now that he's coming over here back on panel again. Of course, he chose none other than Brittany J. Of all people. Why? Because you knew you would not be getting no hard questions. You knew that you could schmooze them over fairly quickly by just saying, I'll support your channel. That's it. They're sold. They're sold. No need for nothing else.
Oh yeah, Kathy, did you see that now she has 4 protection orders against her?
I
Crystal has
have.
one.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah. I listen. I don't want to say I told you so, but I'm pretty sure I told you so.
Hmm. Yeah, in case somebody doesn't know, number 4 protection order has been temporarily granted to a court. Christopher
Ex parte
Proudfoot.
again.
Yes. But they have no evidence. Betty's the victim. She's the one being stalked, harassed, and threatened, and everything else, and bullied, and just beat up on. But yet they got ex parte orders. Yeah, okay. That right there speaks volumes. Hey,
Well,
Sheila.
you can't just get an ex parte order without proof.
Mm-hmm.
And given that all of this has been going on while these others were sitting out there, that tells me that as she keeps escalating, it's going to get worse for her.
Yes, ministry. He took out. It was done today. It's posted. Kodo has it on her community tab, and if Kodo posts it, you know it's real. Okay, okay, A1. You just take care of you, dear. Hey, Gray Pearl. Hey, Hensley. So yeah, Christopher, I believe here. I'll show you. I'll show you it. I'll show you real quick. I'll show you Kodo's tab. She will not mind. But you can bet if Kodo posted, you can believe it. It's factual because she's not posting something she can't. Oops. Say you just screwed up your charger, Kath. I sure just did. Oh my lord. And I have such a hard time with this thing. I can't believe that charger didn't come. I hate Amazon. It does not like me. I can order something from the neighbor and it would still take me forever to get it.
Girl, I have Amazon Prime, and do you know that
So
I
do
haven't
I.
like where I live, it takes 4 days to get an overnight package.
I just always end up. Why did I put her in there? I don't want that. Ugh.
Listen, I'm really hoping that these drones start in my area, so then they can, the minute I make the order, they can send it out from the damn warehouse.
Oh, we have a big warehouse not far, about maybe about 30, 40 minutes from us. But
Yeah, we don't have anything like that out here,
it's
Kathy.
it doesn't matter for me. No matter what, I always end up freaking ordering something that takes forever to get in, and then it takes twice as long because I ordered it. And all it is a damn plug, a power cord for my laptop. And I, because I don't know the exact size and it won't tell me the exact size. And of course, they want to charge you. Why is he running all through my living room? They want to charge you, just so you buy it from them when there's a million of them on the market, but I don't know the exact size. And I've already bought one with multiple tips and it didn't work. Not one of the tips worked. Anyway, an ex parte active warrants in Andre's name. Here is all of them off the Sumner County website. Now we do know there is four. This one date received 8/19/2024. Could be that. Could be that. Could be that message I just got. That could be. Um. Yeah. This is from Chris. He is the fourth nail in the coffin, so to speak. And they were there again today at 11:14. But of course, we all know Betty was home, but she wouldn't answer the door. We all know she was home when court was going on because she was in the Zoom court, but would not answer the door. There's been many attempts to serve her. It's time that Betty gets dealt with. I'm hoping the Tennessee court sees exactly what she's doing. But yeah, here it is, Christopher Proudfoot. Ex parte warrant disposition active. Date received 8/19/2024. Dallas, what are you doing? Stop running in the house. Oh, he's so wound up today. Here's the injunction service where it was supposed to be. Blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah. Way to go, Chris. I knew it was coming though. Voices, did we not say that Chris would? We even said why wouldn't he had filed one? He did.
Well, I'm sure Chris needed to have all of his ducks in a line, right? Making sure that, they've got their proof that they needed of all the harassment that she's gone on to do for him. Um, and by her going live and stating that, we're going to be digging into his past, where he grew
Mm.
up, all of that. I mean, that right
She's
there.
already been.
I know. I I
Then
know, but
she.
she went on it. She stressed on it again, I think last night,
Hmm.
something that we were listening to.
She's been saying it that she's going back there, that she went back and went to the high school and the neighborhood, and she's going back to meet and talk to people about his childhood, which has absolutely nothing
And
to
that
do with
right there,
this.
that's enough to do it right there, Kathy.
Yeah, and she said she wants to know what he was like in high school. It's none of her business, and it has nothing to do with this. Hey, casual art, it's just crazy. She's going too far, and she's not. And hey, just Samantha.
Oh, just Samantha, how sweet of you.
Oh, yep, that's a good idea. I said
Listen,
that last winter. Voices.
I know, but see, I don't want to go to the beach without Kathy. I want Kathy and her family to come here, because otherwise they wouldn't know all the good places to go in the
Yeah.
snow, right? I wouldn't know, like, I'd just be a lone fool on the beach. So, like, if we're gonna do that, like, it's got to be a thing where Kathy and her family come out, and then I fly back with them.
That's
I'm an
it.
awful flyer, you guys. You don't even have any clue.
I would see. I like
I
a road trip. If
see,
I had my
I would rather
choice,
drive. Yep, I would
yeah, if
rather
I had
drive.
my choice, it would be a road trip because I like a good road trip. Though flying is so convenient and you're there, but a good road trip can be a lot of
Oh,
fun.
well, baby, there is no convenient for here because you still, no matter wherever you land, you got a minimum of a 2 hour car ride. And I'm not trying to lure Kathy to kill her. Are you kidding me, Cash? Stop it.
Oh, you'd be wasting your time. I don't have the energy. I'm lazy.
I
I'd be terrible. I'd get caught because I'm lazy.
I have a question for both of y'all
Hey,
because I
Brittany.
don't know the answer.
Okay.
Um, do you think she could get arrested for not like
I do.
getting the protection orders?
Well, oh, not for
Or-
not getting it, no. But that also it'll show abuse of process.
Oh,
And
okay.
it bids well. But I do believe that should she go into Tennessee to do what she's going to do, she could be arrested on site. I do believe that.
Okay, that was my question, and I didn't know the answer. Hey, voices, what are you making for dinner? Can I come over?
Tonight, I'm actually
Sorry,
doing.
guys. I had to. The kids are destroying my living room, and oh, I'm not having it.
Oh no!
Go, Kathy,
Tonight I'm
go!
actually doing a frozen meal. I found some uh, frozen chicken enchiladas.
Oh shit!
So
Does that mean I gotta feed them too? Right.
Yeah,
I'm not
You
cooking,
know, this mother thing is just not all it's cracked up to be. I'm kidding. I'm kidding,
but
everybody.
I'll gladly give you the leftover shepherd's pie, Britt.
that sounded good the other day.
Yeah, I
It
like a
was
good
really
shepherd's
good.
pie. Hey, Kelly Bird. I know I missed some. I think I got Midwest. I know I missed some people coming in. I'm trying to see who I missed. Wow, how'd I get way up here? Holy cow, why is my chat like that? Hi, Evie. Hey, Corinne. Hey, Keto Kim. Oh, I could have my keto shake. Thank you. I could have my keto shake for dinner. Hey, Enid. Hey, Casey G. Hey, Cambery. Ange Carter in the house. Jen Trex. I think I got everybody. Okay, sorry, guys. I just wanted to finish saying hi to everybody.
Kathy, can you really go without not eating dinner? Like, can you really do
Oh,
all
hell
that?
yeah. Don't bother me a bit.
I only
Oh,
eat twice. I only eat once a day. Maybe I mean, like if I take grandma out, then it's twice. But for the most part, I only eat one meal a day, Britt.
yeah, I do the same. But I thought I was a weirdo.
And that's the worst thing you can do for like if you're trying to slim down or anything. Skipping meals does not help you. It actually
But it
hurts
depends
you.
because I do intermittent fasting, so
Wow.
that's a little bit different.
If you get just eat 3 small meals a day, or I've been on this kick and I'm determined to lose this weight and I'm getting there. But I do the keto shakes for breakfast and lunch, or breakfast and dinner. Sometimes I'll swap it up, lunch and breakfast.
My
Hey,
problem
but
with that is then I'll blow the whole day by eating supper.
yeah, but get kids, because if you make stuff that they only eat, you won't eat it because 90% of the time you don't want the garbage they want. So then you don't have to eat.
Kathy, have you met me? I eat like a glorified
Oh, me
toddler off
too.
of a Sesame Street plate.
I gained weight. That's why I'm trying to lose weight. I've gained weight from because just cooking for me, my husband, and he
I put
works.
I put 6 pounds on during doing the carnivore diet.
Mm,
I didn't
yeah.
lose weight like everybody else. I am one of those blessed ones. The moment that I switched to all carnivore, I totally I packed the pounds on.
Oh yeah, I did. It never bothers me to not go anywhere. It doesn't. I could care less. Because if I need to touch grass, I'll go out in my yard, or something like that. But it never bothered me not to, because the way my husband works, he has a weird shift. So a lot of times during the week, I didn't do much. Damn, ran like maniacs on the weekend. But when the sea hit and you weren't allowed to go nowhere, that's a whole different ball game. When you're told you're not allowed to go do something, that's just a whole different feeling. It's a whole different ball game. I was not a happy
Agreed.
camper.
See, and our world didn't shut down up here.
Oh, ours did.
No, the only thing that changed, I think, for 2 weeks, they closed, and you
Hell
could
no,
only get
ours was for
out.
months.
Nope, you could. Our state only did it for 2 weeks.
I remember going to the doctors. It's an hour away, providing you hit no traffic, none whatsoever, and you can stay the speed limit the whole time. It's an hour away. I remember but right after things got shut down, it was our appointments. I'm like, okay. It was a highway, I-95, one of the busiest interstates. There was nobody. I mean, it was just,
It's like
I have,
driving out here in Wyoming, huh?
yeah, I've never seen the highways empty. And, and my doctor's office had this big tent outside and stuff. It was what they went through, what they set up just so they could continue seeing patients. Some doctors didn't do that. They just shut down, period. They didn't. They quickly got everything moved outside, and thankfully, because people with pumps and stuff would have been in trouble. But yeah, it was a crazy time. But anyway, let's get into this. Should we? And then Greg, I've been on here how long and haven't even gotten into this yet. People are gonna skedaddle. Hey, Remy. Okay, so we're gonna start with. I'm not playing Britney's live. I'm not playing the whole thing because I can't. I'm sorry. I, I, I more power to you if she's your cup of tea. She's just not my cup of tea. I can't deal with the perpetual victimhood. Because yeah, life sucks and it really does suck at times. And sometimes you have every right to sit on your soapbox, but not 24/7, 365.
Can I say thank you for not playing her? Because I can't stand her and I can't sit on my
Well,
hands, so thank you.
I'm going to place the interview, Tony's up there, which, hey, be still. They can say what they want. Hey, Natalie, they can say what they want. Tony didn't just randomly go up on her panel. She may not have been aware of it, but I think, and this is just my opinion, I think that Tony went up on that panel because of Seth's encouragement, because he
I
has a
believe
wrench
Seth
there, does
called
he
him.
not? Yes.
Well, he had a wrench. Brittany says that she took it last night or night before last when all that transpired after he lipped off. She said she took it. Um, and I truly believe
What
because
did you say transpired? What did I miss?
okay, so Brittany said last night in her live that she actually took Seth's wrench.
And why did she do that?
Well, probably because of how what he said in her
Mm,
live stream, where he was like, well, because what I believe was that Brittany had Tony tagged, Seth is a mod. Seth would have gotten the notification when she set it up,
mm-hmm,
and Seth called Tony,
mm-hmm,
and then um, she said that she had taken Seth's wrench after he um, made those two statements about how, well, I can't support you, but if you want to see me, if you want to get my updates, then you're going to have to come to my channel. It happened in the chat, but Brittany said last night that she had actually taken Seth's wrench away from him. And she
mm-hmm.
also said she didn't believe Tony, but she was letting him talk.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of her. I didn't watch much of her live because I didn't want to hear her bullshit. Because bullshit, bullshit. Brittany did what Brittany always does, and it's not the first time someone's come into her channel and told her what to do, and she's done it just like the proper little girl would. You know what I mean? It's not the first time she's been directed to change her thumbnail or her description or something, and she's hopped right to it and did it. She not the balls to call Tony out. Sorry, but I don't like that thing in the wall. Everybody knows that. I've not, hey Karen, hey Julia, I've not made that a secret. But at least she had the balls to ask a couple questions, you know? But in that chat, you weren't asking shit. You were getting deleted or blocked or both. See, I don't play that. All right, let's get on to the Tony thing. I don't care about the other shit.
I'll be 100%. I'll be truthful with you. When I listened to it, the night afters, when I listened to it, it was very Natasha Cooper esque of
Hmm.
justifications and y'all don't know what I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what? Tony sat there and lied through his teeth. It was so obvious. I mean, there's messages, and I've been telling people for 3 months about Tony and his shenanigans with his TikTok crew. There's actual receipts, and he's sitting there trying to rewrite history and say things didn't happen, but they did, and he did do them. And she knows it, and everyone on that panel knows it. But that Jules was swooning over Tony so bad it was pathetic.
Oh, see, I didn't think Jules was. I did not. I got Jules. I heard
Uh,
Jules giving him a lot of pushback. Listen, I have a fondness for Jules. I like whatever. I don't care
well,
who
the
she
parts
is.
I heard she did. And Nana, come on, Nana. She even said, even if it comes out that Seth or the Propwits didn't do nothing, or that Seth did, she still wouldn't believe it and she'd still support him.
Well, that's because she's. I don't know. That one's got a screw loose, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
big time.
She's not. She's never been a leader in anything. She's a big follower, in my opinion.
Yeah. She's a Britney ass kisser, that's for sure. Oh, share the thing in the wall, share. Mm. Oh, and that thing. Oh. Okay, so we're going to start with some of this interview. Hey, Wishful. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Bama G.
Brittany, I can tell you in the last 2 weeks, content creators' channels down. Going to be a lot of things that are just completely.
Okay. Now Tony's
Check
gonna
this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this.
Tony's gonna go back to threatening people, and he's doing all this and doing all his shit.
Fake accounts. Seth was added as a mod, so we'd know it was him when he came in.
And it
That
gives
was-
them a fair playing field too.
Yeah, so it wasn't because
You
know
have
what I mean,
Tony
was
in
trying
your
to get in
chat.
good.
Tony's in your chat. You want to make sure that's legitly him. He's
Is
saying
that-
nobody has signed anything on either side. Why is Tony in here answering that, not Seth?
Okay, if that's
Hey,
really
sweet.
Tony, I
That's
want to
weird.
know.
Okay, and that is true. Why wasn't Seth answering that? Because Seth is there. That's why Tony's there. Because Tony don't come in your chat. I've watched enough of your streams, but Seth is in there quite a bit.
Agreed.
Now Tony goes into BHBs all the time, but not yours.
Would Tony answer these questions regarding the screenshots
Hey, sweet Sativa.
that have come out?
I'll
Hey,
just
Heather.
mute because I'm good at biting my tongue.
This was not just some random panel, hop up on a panel and, and talk. He was called to go in there with a purpose because of everything that's been coming out. This is their way of defending it, I guess, denying it, whatever you want to call it, they're doing.
Well, here's what I believe, Kathy. I truly believe that so enough time has passed, right? We're at the 6-month mark. And what happens when a case starts? There generally it starts off with like one pool of people, and then the pool splits, right? Because then you get the side that supports one side, the side that supports the other side. And there's always a little group that stands in the middle, right? So from there, it's like now he's coming out and remuddying the waters. Well, I'm not going to say that I didn't say that or that there wasn't truth to it, but it's all taken out of context now. So you'd have to know the original context of everything that's been going on, right?
Yeah.
So I truly believe that this is Tony's attempt to muddy the waters and then attempting to rewrite history. Again,
Okay,
that's
wait a
my
minute.
opinion.
Julie R says Betty said today she told them not to go up. So it was planned.
Oh, well, then there you go.
And
Hey, I'm
I'm
going to
only
step.
going to play the very last snippet because I know 5 people played Betty today. But she just did this live. And I'm only going to play the very last snippet of it. But it's probably in that live. But yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
I can now. I didn't hear you
unfortunately.
before.
Okay, is that really Tony? I need one of my mods to
Oh,
check.
come
I'm
on.
angry about that,
Why?
guys. We're
You
in
check.
true crime. We be very careful. And I want to, if that really come and go on either side. Well, let me.
Tony says neither party signed an agreement, free to come and go on either side. But didn't in the beginning Tony claim that?
Yes, in the beginning, Tony said that he was under contract with Seth.
Yes, I remember that.
Because I had questions about what kind of contract is it? Did money
Yeah.
change hands? All of those statements.
Hey, Ava. Yeah, how is that convenient that it, Mr. Nice Guy? Uh-oh. There was someone else I missed. I wanted to say hi to. I got Shauna. There was somebody I seen. I don't recognize the name, but I wanted to say hi and welcome in. Okay, I'll see you comment in the chat. I think, yeah. Anyway, YouTube Inspector Gadget. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Christina. Oh my gosh. YouTube Inspector Gadget. I have a question though. Didn't Tony say that Seth was out of town yet again?
He did. He said that Seth was traveling.
Yeah. Where?
That we didn't get an answer for.
He
I
just
don't
seems
know.
to go out of town a lot. And do
Well,
they mean by out of town? Do they mean an hour away to the next town? Or do they
again,
mean
there was zero clarification on that. But those are all the same questions. I like the way you think.
it's weird. It's like you're saying this stuff, you're putting it out there, but you're not, and you're putting just the idea of it out there so people can run with it. And you're setting it up on purpose.
Hey, I'm going to run next door and heat up my meal. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay, dear. So yeah, that's crazy. Oh, Britt, you jumped down? Okay. Just checking on you. You didn't have to though, dear.
Let me ask you this, Tony. Did you pay Bullhorn Betty to
Yes.
follow the Bower Sox? Accounts 2019, Mandy said.
Tony, why did you answer my question and not Seth's? Why'd you come in here and say there's no document signed? But you did say on Pascal's that there was an engagement letter signed.
Thank you, Cher. Somebody's
I ask
paying
questions
attention.
I
I don't
already
even
know
like
the answer
her.
to, and everyone can go ahead and hate me. I don't give.
No, actually, I don't care for you. I don't hate you because I don't know you to hate you. I don't care for you. I don't care for the things you've done in these cases. Oh, Patricia, thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. I really appreciate that. These memberships help me keep my channel going. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Poolside. You are now a Poolside Misfit, and we are the best misfits on the YouTube streets. Please thank Patricia for your gifted membership. And I am going to be doing another members only stream here in a couple days. Oh, Julie, wow, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Poolside. You are now a Poolside Misfit. And we got a fully stocked bar. I mean, it is stocked to the hilt and back. I don't drink the stuff, but I'm just one of them people that, you got to have it. It's a bar. You need it all. You just need it all. And I got some gummies and some brownies. And we got some good treats too, just some regular, the regular stuff. Hey, Mary Jane. Thank you, Ava. But thank you again for the support. I really appreciate that, guys. Wow, thank you.
Crap.
You do realize that this is really stupid. He's in chat and he can't type fast enough. Plus, there's a 30-second delay. So, yeah, he made sure that you were going to bring him up. You don't see how this was already planned out? Y'all are so easy. My gosh, he had you guys eating out the palm of his hand, and he wasn't even on panel yet, except for Cher. I will give her kudos. She did ask some questions. She did say some things. I still don't like her. She's still just another tragedy vulture. But at least she had some kudos. Can't say that for anybody else up there. Hey, B. Tim. Hey, Kimberly. Penny for your thoughts. Why is this not playing?
I mean, no.
We're going to listen to a little bit of this, and then I'm going to play you some TikToks that I never did play you, but now I think it's appropriate to play them. Tony, all the info you gave your buddies, you and Bullhorn, yeah, I'm going to show everybody.
So y'all said
And
you had
remember
Seth's
for
back.
4 months.
So y'all said you had Seth's back
Thank
in
you,
here.
Ange.
Then
That's
you
not fair.
question shit. Illuminati has a party, and good Lord, no. It ain't about Illuminati. It's the screenshots that I saw. Lucky lady, do you know how much backlash I take for supporting Seth? If I'm going to support him, I'm not. First of all, I'm not going to support anybody blindly.
I did thank Ange.
Anybody, if there's a cause for concern, I'm going to ask questions, because that's what we should do. We all should ask questions.
And you gifted? I didn't see that. Sorry, Cash. I didn't see it. It just came
Tony
through.
said I did not.
It just
say
said
that.
member for 4 months. That's what I thought it was.
Don't have y'all.
And
Y'all
thank
remove
you.
Illuminati.
I'm sorry. I should have paused that. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I didn't see that. It just came up as Anne's member for 4 months, and then it popped up. But thank you. Welcome to Poolside, everybody. Please thank Ange for your gifted membership. You are now a Poolside misfit, a true misfit. Don't worry, we have lots of fun over here. I had a muffin. I have a muffin. We're about ready to laugh in about 10 minutes.
Out of the equation. They don't have anything to do with her at all.
All right, I'm going to jump down. I'll be watching. I got my answer. Absolutely something was signed. Tony's a liar. Bye.
Bye.
What? Kathy Julia came up today sending an email today to Truth when he was on Clues Live. He told her not to get in touch with him again. Oh. Now hey, Lady Pants, that was a whole shit show there too. I don't know. That Julia was. What I do know, she is truly in the service. That wasn't lies. That wasn't exaggerations. But I don't know. That's a whole mess. That's a whole mess. I think people start out with good intentions, and somehow they get sidetracked, and they just never find their way back because they get into I don't know. It's just not first things to come to my mind is to see what I can do to damage the case and hurt people. It's just not something I think about. My focus is on, hey, this kid's missing. What, not about how much drama I can cause with the family. I don't know.
Can you show this? Yeah, let's hold on a minute. Chat, because she's the one that showed them. If Mandan answers, I am asking questions.
And these are legit. These are not made up. These are not phony. These are legit. I've known about them before Clue put them out there. Like I told you before, because I've been involved with the TikTok stuff from the get-go, I'm lucky enough that people give me stuff. I just hadn't had a chance to use them or what I was going to use them for. What? Only if it's charged enough, baby. Oh, sorry. The kids are.
When you signed up for pet insurance, you didn't sign up for.
What's it at, baby? What's Dallas's
Because we
at?
have a right to ask questions.
Oh, yes,
No.
you are.
What?
Okay, you're saying that now, Brittany. But you didn't let no one. Go ahead, voices. Sorry.
Oh, yes, she's afraid to ask questions and get the answers to those questions.
Mm-hmm. That chat comments were disappearing faster than people could type them. I'm not kidding you. I was trying to get some screenshots. They'd be gone before I'd get a screenshot. I left. I didn't stick around anyway. But I'm blocked over there.
The 35 minutes that I watched it, that's all I watched. Were comments typed, comments disappeared, comments typed, comments disappeared.
Your earbuds are right there. Don't have it blasting just because you have earbuds in, kiddo. Okay, sorry, guys.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You didn't let no one ask no hardcore questions. Hey, Artist Creek.
Feisty Nana. What the hell are y'all going to do if it turns out Seth is behind Sebastian's disappearance?
What are you going to do?
Then he needs to go to jail. Whoever's behind it needs to go to jail. I don't talk to Seth on a regular basis. I don't have any outside contact with Seth Rogers. Okay, I haven't been personally involved in any way at all. The most that you can say that I've done is handed a wrench over to him so that we can know who he is. That looks like the real Tony Mathis account. Tony, you are welcome to come up and defend yourself. I will gladly open my panel to you. I would absolutely love.
Okay. Britt, he had every intentions on coming up. That's why he's in there. You're not that stupid. Tony, don't come in your chat like that. Even you aren't that stupid. But okay. Let's get into this. I'm done with this.
To be able to ask these questions so we. That's it. That's it, Shelley. I stand with Sebastian. My heart goes out to him and to Katie. I could not imagine what it feels like to.
Which text? You want me to back that up? I'll show you. There's a lot of them. It shows that Tony was having people go after certain people, dox them, go after their lives, their jobs, went after someone's business, has tried to set up creators to take them down, getting information, and he admitted one of his sources is Betty. Betty can't get a dox right, and she's going to give it to someone, and they're going to run with it. Of course, that'd be the last person you should run with info from. Here, let me go to the screen. There's a lot. There's a lot. Clue has a lot of the text messages. In my live the other day, I showed some of the text messages, and the one the other, yeah. There's a lot. Queen showed them. She's had different messages on hers. Okay, how far back do I have to go to get to them? Where are they at? She doesn't really go over them because Tony comes in and goes up. That's what she was planning on doing. She just didn't because she
See,
thinks
when that
surprise.
happened, I truly believe that that was Tony's way of being like, okay, well, I better go up here because those text messages could be shown in a way that doesn't make me look very good at all.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me, and whether they're out of context, in context, however, it makes Tony look very poorly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony went in there with a purpose. He derailed her live. He made sure she wasn't going to show all those messages and read them all. You notice how quick they got on the screen and got back off the screen.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna pull up,
And
and
you
I
know
have
what? She got the most views. She doubled her views with Tony coming up there. So, Tony did her a favor as well as made her look stupid. Hey, Misty Day.
to pull up Cluminati's chat because she's the one that showed them.
Mm-hmm.
If one of the mods wants to grab the link, I'm not demanding answers. I am asking questions
Okay, I can't read. See, that's all she shows. Wait, she's gonna
because
go
we have
back.
a right to ask questions. Wait a minute. Hold on, Feisty Nana. What the hell are y'all gonna do if it turns out Seth is behind Sebastian's disappearance? Then he needs to go to jail.
Nah, you won't own
I
it.
don't con Bob.
That's all
did a
she's gonna
ring
show. Yeah.
panel to you. I would absolutely love to be able to ask these questions so we can put it.
All right.
Right now that's tied to came from billboards up, done, but in the last round, he sees fit. Engagement letter signed, just completely not.
The screenshots and all of these allegations that have been made. Have you heard about it?
Brittany, I got to be honest with you. When I saw your live pop up, I had no clue what you were talking about, but I can tell you that I can answer if you right now that's tied to a criminal.
When I saw your live pop up,
Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. I can see it. Just popped up. YouTube sucks with notifications, but I just happened to have your live pop up that you talking about me in. And you're gonna show these screenshots that I don't want shown again. So I'm gonna interrupt your live so you don't show them. And guess what I did? I just did that, and you didn't show them, you dumb shit. Okay. I'd have showed them with him sitting right there. And I'd ask him right there, let's read them together, buddy.
Criminal suit pending against a content creator, but it's not even on this platform.
Okay.
He's in a lawsuit against a content creator that's not even on this platform.
yes, it's a criminal/civil.
Who's doing the criminal part?
I don't know. This Butterhead didn't even have the audacity, like the foresight to ask. What do you mean? Can you clarify that?
Yeah, because he can't do a criminal lawsuit. It wouldn't be a lawsuit. It would be criminal charges that you would be facing to go to prison. That's not a lawsuit. Are you really going to try to sue Trevor? Huh. I hope not.
Okay, because I just want to tell you so you know, because, and I do want to be fair and say this, Tony. I have, from the moment I started the live, I said, I don't know. I don't know. I want to ask questions because we have supported Seth. I still support Seth. I don't think, I think Seth is the one that has been.
Tell the truth. Ticking away. Tick, 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 tick. Tell the truth. You haven't supported Tony at all. You've not had much nice to say about him at all, Britt. Stand in it. Stand on your words. You said them night after night after night on here. Stand on it, bitch.
Trying to find his son. I've seen him out here pleading with the public. So, I'm not coming at this from a nefarious standpoint. It's just really concerning when you see things like that. But what they're alleging is there was someone in a group with you who has taken screenshots of some group you were in and shared them with another content creator. And in these screenshots, it's basically they're accusing you of paying Bullhorn Betty to follow the Bower socks. They're saying,
So let me give you a little background.
Okay.
We were in a Facebook.
Let me bullshit you all. Everybody get your shovels ready. It's about to get deep. You're going to do some digging.
Group. See if I can get a light on in here. I'm sorry it's so dark. I'm sitting in here watching a football game.
I just appreciate you coming on to clear it up for us. You didn't have to do that, so I appreciate it.
Did he say he came up here? He has not seen these pictures yet.
Yeah,
because I do think that's a little shady. Like I'm no fan of Tom.
I'm on board with the thing in the wall. I'm right. I'm
It's
catching.
fucking wild.
I'm getting
I'm
hurt.
sorry, Tony, but I do.
Yeah.
The voice of reason. Like,
yeah,
it is absolutely wild that that's the voice of reason on this panel.
I was blown away by it. That's the only reason I wanted to even review any of this, is because the thing in the wall is the one making the most sense out of everybody. That is like mind blowing. You know how people have people that just, rub you the wrong way. And that's the thing in the wall. Maybe it's because she's sending inappropriate pictures to the dad of a missing child to try to get him to confess to her. I don't know. That could have had something to do with it. I don't
You think that could be easily manipulated? Like, why would Tony go on Facebook and send pictures like that? Like, obviously, it'd go back to him. So I'll give him that.
So let me.
He's seen them. He's well aware of what they said. He wrote them.
Appreciate that. So we were in a Facebook group of a bunch of TikTokers that supported Seth that I created a group with. We had 2 or 3 ladies that were in that group.
More than that. Tony, you mean 2 or 3 that are still in your group that you're still talking to? You're correct in that. Your group has splintered. They don't like you no more. They're not feeding into it no more. But your core, the ones who help you do the shit, the ones you send to harass and stalk people online, they're still there.
You mean the ones that he gave the flowers and the stars and all the gifts to on TikTok?
Oh yeah, and there's messages about that as well as other little things that he's done for a certain young creator, like a phone bill and food, and and yeah, there's receipts for all that too, because they have their little clique. They talk off the apps. They talk privately in these group chats. I've known that for 3.5 months. And stuff has been being released over there because the group has splintered. Is no more. No, the core hags are still there, but they've done some really dirty shit, man. And right there, that man right there is the reason they did it.
So he's the ringleader?
Yeah, very much so. He told them who to go after, and they did. They did. And what I'm going to play you is very nasty. I don't know how much of it I'm going to play. I'm pretty sure that's the one I haven't that I haven't played you yet. And that's why I have not played it. I've had it for a while. And I've told you I've had it. And some has been played on Savages and stuff. And yes, I made sure she had it. It was showing her. She had every right to. Queen, all of them had it. But they went nasty hard. They were not just trying to take people's channels down. Hey, Revival, good to see you. They were going after people's businesses. Come on. You're a grown-ass man. Your child's missing. You're on a panel with a couple thousand people watching to get your son's info out, keep his name out there, and you're going to start talking about some woman's daughter's prom dress? Come on.
Left the group. Them and the other girls had a falling out. As you guys know,
that you caused because they had a question. They had a question about some things going on with that, and they questioned something, and you turned on them so fast, and you went to your little group and you said they're on the list. They're against us now, and boom, all hell broke loose. You caused that, sir, because they had a question about Seth. That's what started it all. They had a question about the shenanigans with Seth and the constant fundraising. They had a question. It wasn't an out of line question. It was a legitimate question. That's what started it all. Tony turned on them quicker than shit. And then got his group to do the same. Now, mind you, these two women took their own time, their own money, and they drove to Tennessee, and they did go searching. They spent a couple days there. They actually did go searching. They weren't there harassing the Proudfoots or the Bowersogs or Seth. They actually took Seth to lunch. They met Seth. They took him out to eat. Dude even ordered an extra meal to go. You know? And they turned on him because they asked a question. Because don't you dare question anything about Seth with them. You cannot.
They want blind loyalty.
Mm-hmm. And that's what started the whole war going on. And there's so many more involved now because it's come out about Chasen and Cajun and Ocean and the fake attorney who they knew, which I played for you the other night. Tony knew Delta was never an attorney. I played you a video where they all admitted to knowing that Delta was not an attorney. They ran with it and used it to get donations. I played you the proof of that. Tony was in on that. Tony was aware of it. They wanted donations to go to Alaska to the reservation and save Sebastian and bring him home.
Yet there's no indicators whatsoever that child is in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was just looking for a free fucking trip to Alaska, in my opinion.
Yeah. And they all knew that Delta was no attorney. Tony, all of them. They all knew. They all ran with it anyway. Till they had no choice because Salty Lunatic found out who Tony really was, and she was outing him. Then they had no choice. She outed him before they could, though. She did a great job.
You
Good
mean
video.
Delta?
Yeah, Salty Lunatics is the one who outed Tony. She found out everything about Tony. That would have been
What else
considered
don't we know about Tony? What is he hiding?
just where he lives. He does like younger girls. His wife's considerably younger, but he does like them younger too. Um, that's where he started talking about the mafia stuff because of what was written up about. I'll bring up. You know what? It'd be better if I just re-showed you. Maybe I will re-show you that video. I think I will. Let's finish this. I will re-show you the real tone, the real Delta.
I seem to somehow get the blame for everything. So when they left, they took a lot of that frustration out on me. And there was 5 or 6 subgroups that these girls created that I was not in. And what created the falling out is a couple of these girls went and they chased down a content creator's mom in her hometown and connected.
You piece of shit. You sit on Chasen's panel when you do TikTok, and you know that Chasen is one of the ones involved in that.
And we're not meaning our chasing. We don't mean our chasing. We
this
mean
is
TikTok
chasing and crime over there. Chasing crime on TikTok. She has a YouTube too, but I don't know if she does much on it. I don't pay attention to her like that. But that's who, because I played part of it. Chasen did a TikTok live. She had Barbecue's biological mother, which is one of the women that Tony is saying splintered off. Yeah, they were attacked because they had a question. And it was just a stupid question. It was, you know. But that's how it is, man. You couldn't say nothing. And they went at them, chasing crime, Cajun, Ocean, Kayla Ray. Yes, ma'am. Even though she's not part of it no more, and she's putting out receipts. Yeah, she's got receipts too. If she wants. Anyway, their group is splintered. Shane and Delta, I don't think, are BFFs anymore. Delta left, but then went right back. He left, talked shit, admitted everything, and then ran right back and changed his story up again. And it's all heating up over there because there's more people finding out that they were on Tony's and his 2 a.m. girls hit list. It's crazy. And Tony is right in on all of it. Hey, WSU. So for him to sit there, hey, SS, for him to sit there and act like, well, just one, he knows exactly who did it.
With her mom, and they did a bunch of really wild things that I did not know about because it was all going on in a group that I was not in. And
it was live on TikTok. It wasn't a private group. It was a live on TikTok, Tony. And the reason
do you also think it could have also been in a private group that he wasn't in as well?
Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. The what he's talking about happened. That happened on a live on TikTok.
See, this is what I was referring to when I said he's going back and muddying the waters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And the reason I didn't show any of it was because Barbecue asked me not to. And I respected her for that. And because it's her personal private life that should have never been brought to social media. And even if they claim they didn't know, and they knew real quick once the talking started, and they fed it for hours. So no, he's full of shit. I don't know what they do with their other little groups. I'm just saying this was a TikTok live. It was chasing Cajun, Ocean, and a couple others. I still have some of it. And I do have a video that I can play that explains what happened.
That was for my protection, but yet when it all blew up, somehow they blamed me, which is fine. I mean, as a spokesperson, you get blamed for a lot of things. But I can tell you now that regarding Bullhorn Betty, Betty went down when she went down on that trip. She had been hanging flyers all day. She had had lunch with Seth. She had helped him set up his YouTube account. And then on top of that, she'd been stalked by Terry. He got her pulled over.
There we go.
And they had
right there, Kathy. She had lunch with Seth and she helped him set up his YouTube account.
So he can monetize his channel. Why did she
So
need
that
to do
makes sense
that?
as to why she was so pissed that that interview got restreamed, that first live.
Yep. And also, Terry Bowersox did not get her pulled over. Betty waved the officer down. She was not pulled over. Terry
she was sitting
Bowersox
in the parking lot. Terry Bowersox was in Sam's Club.
He didn't follow her for 30 minutes. She sat out there waiting for him. She was following and stalking him. I mean, I don't even understand how anybody can get anything else out of that video. Okay.
And I knew that she said on her live that she was getting ready to go have a steak. So I bought the woman a steak. And it was because of all she had done for Sebastian and Seth that day. And it was...
No, you said it was for beating up the Bowersox. Wasn't that his comment?
Yes, ma'am. It was way to go for all your hard work today and beating up the Bowersox. Our girl don't play.
Okay, hard work. Tony, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Her outdated posters with the incorrect information on them that Seth gave her were still sitting in her car. Betty only put up flyers in the exact vicinity of the Proudfoot home and of the Bowersock home, so she could try to poke at them to get a response. I've showed video of her trespassing on the Bowersock property, or Proudfoots, I'm sorry, on the Proudfoots property to post a sign on a utility pole she knew was going to get ripped down, so then she could blame Chris for ripping the posters down. But she did trespass onto their property. That's clear as day in the video. And it was the neighbor's Ring doorbell. Go freaking figure. And this one worked, date and time and all, bets. Pieces of shit.
Due to what she had experienced with Mr. Bowersox, and I sent her $50 to buy her steak, and that's the extent of it.
What she experienced?
Oh, there you go.
What did she experience, Voices?
All I saw her was he rewarded her for stalking the grandparents of a missing teenage boy.
For verbally assaulting this elderly gentleman at a red light.
I forgot about her leaving her car running, jumping out, and filming.
acting like a wild banshee. Yeah, that's what he's thanking her for. She verbally assaulted that man for no reason whatsoever. That man wasn't following her. She was following him. Okay. We got you, Tony. Brittany, this is when you should have stopped the shit, but you didn't, because you've always bought into anything they've said. You know damn well Betty wasn't being followed. You know what happened. You've seen the same videos we did, Brittany. You just don't have the balls to say it and stand on it. You didn't. I'm sorry, but there's things that. Okay.
And in the memo.
Okay, I got to be fair. It's her panel, her show, but I would have had questions. Sorry, there's no way I'm going to sit there and let that piece of shit lie through his teeth without some pushback, at least. And you can do it respectfully. You don't got to be cussing someone out or screaming at them to get your point across or your question across.
Well, and then you definitely don't have to, if you do it all at one time, then you don't have to go back and do a stream like she did last night, the proverbial victim. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. I gave you what you wanted, and now you guys are mad at me.
You didn't do shit, Brittany. You sat there like a starstruck teenager, in my opinion.
On my Venmo, it says, enjoy a steak or get yourself a steak or something to that effect. So that shows you how things get spun out of control. I'm a person that lives.
Actually, the exact message was shown, Tony. We know what it says. You just conveniently have amnesia when it's convenient for you.
In Oklahoma, we back the blues strongly. I don't do things that break the law.
Would you be willing to share and be transparent with your Venmo and Cash App and stuff, at least towards, I don't know if you know her name's not Betty, it's Andra.
Yeah,
but
it's Andrew
towards,
Griffin. But
so
yeah,
would you do that?
I certainly would.
That'd be appreciated.
I don't know. Let's see here. Let me see. I don't want to.
But you don't got to do it tonight. I was just wondering, would you be open to doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not gonna pay some.
It's a real sad day. It is a real sad day when the thing in the wall is the only one trying to make any sense of anything. That's messed up. Not a Mensa panel for sure.
Somebody to stalk somebody, because that's not what she was there doing. I mean, if you watch the live, she's a close friend of mine, and whether you like her or not, she's very close to Seth and I. And
hey, Sky
she was not there to stalk anybody. She got in an altercation with Terry after she noticed that Terry was following her and taking a picture of her.
Oh my God, he was not following her. He came out of the freaking store after stopping to pick up a few things. And he was coming out of the shopping center. He was not directly behind her. He was pulling out around her. Sir, go watch the video and see the angles of the cars and the way they're headed.
I actually like this. I like this because this shows you how deep in bed Tony and BHV are. Because look at him making all of the excuses for her, knowing damn good and well we all saw the footage.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Brittany. Tony thinks you're fucking stupid too. Because look at that. He's lying to this entire panel of people and nobody's correcting him.
No one's saying a word. And you don't need no commentary. Just watch the video. She was sitting outside that parking lot waiting for that man. She knew he had to come out that way. She'd spent 30 minutes in that parking lot. She put a flyer up by his car on purpose. That was all set up by Betty, all manufactured by Betty. Betty wasn't getting a response out of them by going to their homes and filming and putting posters up as close to their homes as she could get and only there. She couldn't get no response out of no one. The so-called hotel scare was a big flop. No one, come on. Betty set that up too. God, please. Hey, B. Tim, thank you. I find it very interesting that Tony and they all laughed when the comment was made about Tony leaving his phone and not bringing it to the bathroom. Yeah, he needs not to. He's not good with that. Thank you, B. Tim. Hey, Sky Doll. Hey, Hazel Eyes. I think I missed someone. B. Legend. Lisa, hey. I think I said hey, Kim, but I'll say hey again. I don't remember. Okay. Oh boy. But anyway, the footage is here. It's clear to see who followed who. In order to follow someone, you have to be behind them, or at least beside them. Um, not in front of them, and not trying to go out and around them because you're coming out of a parking lot. Yeah. Anyway, but Tony, you and Betty's real chummy.
License plate. You can clearly see it. She saw him in her rear view mirror. But I'll share a Venmo. I mean, I have.
She was sitting there waiting for him. Do you notice when she holds those papers up and she blocks that view on purpose? You didn't notice that, Tony? Yeah, she was waiting for him.
Receipts for my claims. The sad thing is that people don't have to prove guilt. It seems that
They
we are
were
always
late. Nuh-uh. Hey, Deborah.
having to prove innocence. Regarding Caleb Harris, I had an administrator of our Facebook group that sent me a picture and a video that I did not, I did not care to see. I was not involved in the case anymore. And I can assure you that I sent that to nobody. And I had many people ask me for it. And I told them that Randy was a coworker and a friend of mine, and there was no way in hell.
Okay, so why are you talking about it if you don't want no one to know about it? Why are you putting it out there? Hey, Twist. These people are cunning and actively seek out naive, trusting people on the YouTube platform, purposefully using them to get their goal. And if the naive figure it out, they dox and destroy. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
I was going to be sharing
From my
that
understanding,
information.
there was only one way in and out, one way out. Yeah, he had to come out that way. And she knew that because she knew exactly where he was parked. She put up a flyer by his car. But he clearly knows his car. I mean, he's going out and around her and she's screaming, he's following me. It's Terry Bowersox. No, he was going out and around you. He wasn't following you. He was coming out of the plaza. And I just can't see that she's stupid enough to submit that as evidence to court. I would hope if she has an attorney, that attorney will tell her, oh, shut up, Betty, we can't show this. This is going to guarantee your ass.
I am curious because, again, why doesn't she, if she has an attorney, why isn't it showing as attorney of record, especially now that there's a fourth PO?
And I'm telling you, I just don't think the court's going to play with Betty because she is planning on being there here soon. And you know what? The court can't take a chance because they don't know.
Right.
Look they've taken those chances before and it hasn't turned out well, huh?
I agree.
You just never know. I mean, as far as if you're looking at it from the legal standpoint, the court standpoint, this person has said she has a pew pew. She carries machetes. She threatens and stuff.
She's been aware of the 3 POs out there, the 3 protection orders. She never stopped. She geared up and amped up twice as hard, in my opinion.
Yep. Hey, Mom, it up. Sorry, people want to see the ones for Sebastian, not Tony's Cash App, Venmos. I'd like to see who's been paid out on the ones people gave for Sebastian. But it is what it is. Yep. Hey, Corinne. She had help following him. It was Sonia who would surely do so. Oh, yeah. She has. Hey, Duar Diddy. I love that name. Yeah, she does. Sonia does a lot of dirty work for Betty. Oh, yeah. A lot of stalking and harassing. She does.
Quite frankly, when it was sent to me, they didn't even know if it was him at that point. So, that didn't happen either. I mean, and Brittany, the only thing I will say, and I have no,
Here we
you
go.
can have my cell phone number. I gave it to Josh the lab the other day, and we had a great conversation. If you ever want to ask me a question, I would much rather make myself available than to be tagged and have a video with that kind of a title on it, because I'm not hard to get a hold of. I'm glad to
Okay.
talk to you at any time.
That's why he's here. There you go. There you go.
Because he don't want the social media following showing him as a scam artist.
Oh, remember she had been monitoring the gas station. First, she punched in an address into GPS, then canceled the GPS, turned around and went back to the Sam's Club parking lot. That's correct. Betty did do that. Yeah, because she knew he was there. And she found his car, that was it.
Right.
It is a little disenchanting, to hear you just make up your mind that I'm an asshole when we've never even had a conversation.
I don't think
No,
that's
no,
fair.
no. She's just questioning it.
No, I don't think that's
She's
fair.
just
Listen to
questioning it.
them.
No.
She's honestly gone privately for me being too hard on you and Seth privately. Like she this is not fun for her to do tonight, Tony. I'll tell you that.
When you were talking about Brittany here, you were talking about someone who has put her butt on the line. She has had faith in Seth. She has been there 100%, and she's not done anything questionable. So that doesn't work.
I get that. But Brittany, am I incorrect here? Was it you
Wait.
that said I think Tony's an asshole, or was it somebody else?
Did they say Brittany's done nothing? No, she hasn't. She's caused. My battery shuts off. I will come right back. It shouldn't, but
Okay.
it's acting weird. Brittany, what exactly have you done? And you've never liked Tony, and you've had some things to say about Tony. Your whole panels have. But okay.
I may have said that.
I said that. I said you're a liar and you're an asshole. I said that for sure.
Okay. Well, my apologies. And I thought it was you that said it, Brittany.
No, I did say that I want to be able to ask questions because I don't.
That's not what
follow
you said,
anybody,
Brittany.
Yeah,
because
that's fair. That's fair. Completely fair.
honestly, Tony, there have been some horrible things that have come out, and if it is things that you are innocent of, Seth is innocent of, it's horrible. And I will say I'm sorry if you have been falsely accused of these things.
They have attacked my wife, who's got nothing to do with any of this. They've got
Tony. Are you kidding me? You went after people's families, people's careers, people's jobs, businesses. You've had your little henchmen do that. What are you talking about? Unbelievable. Hey, see Nikki. Hey, Amy. Hey, Tracy. This is too much.
They've sent emails to my work. They've sent emails to my family, content creators, and it's one that's doing it. We finally snatched his IP address when he sent an email. Believe it or not, the same person was sending emails to the pet rescue that we're donating money to, and he got a little bit careless, and one of the IP addresses got captured. But we've been through it. The pictures you're talking about on TikTok, that did not happen either. What nobody talks about is I went back and replayed the live. I showed a recording of me going into my TikTok lives, pulling the video up from the night before. They said it happened at the 13-minute mark. I was
Tony, stop it. Is he for real?
He can say what he wants to say, but we know, and this should show everybody, that this man is not willing to tell the truth, even if it showed his penis.
Hey, IBL. Scooter McBooters. Hey. Tony, you're making it worse. Own it and move on, dude. Shit. At this point, we have messages with you telling people to lie and blame it on someone else. You're guilty, dude. Big deal. Move on. You're making it more than it needs to be.
I was with my best friend, who's a 60-year-old stage 4 cancer patient, fishing in Minnesota.
Had to throw that in there, didn't he? Had to use that best friend's diagnosis, though, to throw that in there and make sure everybody knows Tony's just a stand-up good guy.
When I did that live, that they put that overlay on, it's the same person that sent the
Nobody
email.
put the overlay on. You had the ability to put the overlay on. Nobody else. Nobody else has access to your phone. Tony, that was all you. Come on now, dude. Just admit you had a green screen fail. And you're going to say now that you were in Minnesota with your 60-year-old best friend who's a stage 4 cancer survivor. You openly said that night that you were in a hotel for drinks. If you're going to lie, you need to lie to a different community because it doesn't work to lie to us. Are you
emails
muted,
to my
Captain?
work and to this poor lady
And no
at this
one is
pet
saying,
rescue.
and no one is saying a word. No one.
Who also sent emails to Joe Petito. So they said it happened at the 13-minute mark. I went back and played pretty much the entire live so that people could see the real live unedited. And of course, there was nothing there. I was in my pajamas sitting in the hotel lobby when I did the live, and my phone was face down on a table. But, you just get tired of defending yourself against this craziness because it never ends.
Well, apparently I did call you an asshole.
Wow, Tony. Dude, you're making this so much bigger than it has to be. It's actually was funny. You could have got over it real quick. You should have laughed it off and moved on.
So for that, I apologize.
Well, I thought I saw your box light up, but
That's right. You know what though? I have to tell you this, and I'm probably gonna get some shit for it. But
Who cares?
people don't like me anyway. It's the fact that you come up here and you're willing to have a discussion with us.
That's true. You walked right in, straight up into the lion's den.
That you got my respect for that. Because, yes, I told you.
Shut up, Lions Den. Where's our lion?
Sorry. Maybe a feral cat's nest, but not the lion's den.
Where's our lion and when are we going to see the lion action? I see the fangirl in it. Come on, play.
Justin, get his butt up here.
Tony, when stuff like that happens, sorry, Justin, when stuff like this happens, do you turn that over to the law at all?
So, in a court of law, I was a federal process server for a lot of years, and I worked with, attorneys for day in and day out for quite a while. And, you have to have legal standing when you turn things over. And even defamation cases, you can go give an attorney a $2,500 retainer. And if you win, if you can't show measurable damages, you're going to win the case and you're going to get.
Man, these people have all kinds of careers. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Julia. Hey, the Runway Troop.
Well, if he was so successful at being a federal process server, why doesn't he still do it?
Hey, Doreen. Yeah, exactly. That was probably money. Hey, Kick Rocks. Good to see you. It's been a while. How are you? Yeah, not lying. You're right. Hey, Michelle. This is crazy. And I can't believe everybody's just sitting there. I couldn't have done it. I'm sorry. I would have had to jump down then because I couldn't have done that. I would have had some things to ask.
$1. And so it gets to a point where you realize that most of the people attacking aren't doing anything to help my client or Sebastian. And so you become oblivious to it. But, the truth is that, Seth and I, this is what a lot of people don't know.
So oblivious that you wanted creators' channels taken down and you were doxing.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I was gonna say about him doxing. And I'm like, no, you just you were so foul and so nasty with the stuff you were trying to do behind the scenes. Miserable attempt, and they know about it, and they're not saying nothing. And that's why you came up on this panel, because you knew they wouldn't. You knew this would be controlled. You know they're not going to speak anything about against Seth, so therefore against you.
I'm more like a brother to Seth than I am a spokesperson. And he's got another lady that's more like a sister to him than she is an event planner. And it's just the three of us for the most part. And you know, the relationship we have is private, but it's also very, very deep. I represented Seth for about a month when I found out that he and I
Whoa,
grew up.
wait! You can't represent him if you don't have a contract. So, do you or don't you have a contract?
Up 15 minutes apart, literally spent Sunday eating dinners at the same place. You know, and I'd represented him for a month before I even knew that, because I thought he had been in Tennessee and California and didn't know that he grew up in a little town in Kansas. And then I dug a little deeper and got to get close to his sister and found out that her childhood best friend was one of my wife's bride.
As a former process server, I can tell you, you need zero education to do it. Oh, hey Meredith, tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, in Pennsylvania, you didn't need an education to do it either. I don't know. I don't know about here. I don't. Hey, JLR superfan. I was a doctor, a lawyer, a senator's son, Brad Pitt's brother, and a band on the run. Anything that I thought would get the job done.
Went out last night. That's a Kenny Chesney song.
That's funny. Okay, where's my battery at? No, you suck. Okay, go ahead.
Bridesmaids. So, you know, we're connected in a lot of ways, and we've got a very, very brotherly relationship. And, you know, that's why he gets defensive like that, because he knows what happens behind the scenes. He knows when he's having a rough day, who's there for him. You know, and Brittany, I not only have I not taken I didn't take a dollar from Randy Harris either, but, you know, when I go to Tennessee, I mean, I'll be in Tennessee for 5 days, leaving on Thursday. And, you know, those hotels, that travel, those meals, those come out of my wife and I's pocket. They don't come out of a GoFundMe.
Can I ask? I want to ask this question. I do want to clarify this. I looked this up myself.
But why?
Michaela's Mutts is
why? Does that make sense to you guys? Think about it. You out there being a salesman isn't easy, and you only making money if you selling them cranes or crane parts. Why would you be spending this money? What's the end game for Tony? It's weird. It doesn't add up. I don't know.
not the same Michaela.
No,
That's not her. This lady was she's a veteran.
It's a very unfortunate name, but it's not the same Michaela. And she is a phenomenal human. So is her husband. They have their business licensed. Everything's filed properly. But, you know, just to show you how vile some of these content creators are, her husband is the one that trapped this IP address. You know, the gentleman that sent it did not realize her husband was an IT guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he had 4 or 5 emails that were sent.
I
think all but one of them were from a VPN, but one of them was captured about 6 minutes from his house.
Why are you collecting people's IP addresses? And besides that, Tony, you do understand how that works, right? I mean, Makeup Mobster actually did something about IP addresses this morning, which made a lot of sense. Tony should listen and watch it.
House. So, you know, I mean, It's not that, but to your question, sorry, I got off on a tangent, but it's not the same, Michaela. It's not any relation at all.
Well, one of the one of the
Oh,
things
come
I'm
on,
seeing people
battery.
frustrated with, and they keep asking in chat is, why is the money from the vigil going to Michaela's Mutts, and why is there not a reward fund set?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know. All that money, where did it go? Why not? Because for me, one of my kids is missing, and I raised something like 23,000. That's just what we saw publicly. First thing I'm doing is setting up through like an attorney or law office sort of thing, some kind of.
No, ma'am. It was over 26K, and the cash apps have been doubled at least.
Reward fund, because Tony, these days people will talk for some money. Like with Summer, we did have quite a large reward fund. From what I remember, I want to say
Hey,
$50,000 to $80,000 somewhere in there, and no one came forward, but sometimes a little bit.
So here's what I'll say about the reward. First off, anytime that any money goes to Seth for anything, which it hasn't since I've been representing him, he gets viciously attacked, and he didn't want that to happen. So he wanted to donate that to a cause that would make Sebastian proud, which was a pet rescue. Sebastian's favorite animal is a cat. We actually tried to get a kitty rescue, but we couldn't get a return call from him. So
is that where all the GoFundMe money went?
No. The GoFundMe money, you're fairly accurate on the amount there. To my knowledge, again, I don't have access to that.
Just over like 23K. I was just wondering, did that go to Seth? Did that help? Maybe it helped with living expenses. I understand that because he wasn't working. I just want to know, where did that go?
Again, you were wrong.
I will tell you,
it was over 26K, and the cash apps have been at least double that. There's been a ton of money raised. A ton of money.
Sharing Seth's private information, which I won't do. I'll just simply say this. The first 60 days, as you guys know, he was searching every day. Mm-hmm. And he was off work. He was off work far beyond that when it got to the point that he couldn't hardly walk because of his neck. So he did not get any relief from his job until just recently.
He just had surgery too, right?
That's correct. Correct. So he had to live, and that GoFundMe money is not gone. But without knowing, when he was going to get some relief from his job or when he was going to go back to work. And the other thing too,
what? 160K altogether.
Okay,
what?
Hold on. So you're telling me that his FMLA, his medical leave, all the PTO that was donated, he never got any of that until just now?
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either. I call bullshit.
Yeah. Tony, he was still getting paychecks, and he didn't search for months like you're saying he did. Stop it.
Every day for the first 2 months, so every day for 60 days,
he did not
search. Where's the proof of that? Where is the proof?
Like I said, where's he run to out of town all the time? Are they talking an hour? Like I said, are they talking an hour away, the next town over? Or are they talking out of town? And why does he keep going? I don't know. If Chris and Katie be doing that, they'd be slammed all over the universe. Just saying. Chris goes to work, and he works in different places because the crane operators travel. You go where the work is. But he gets slammed for that. But okay. I mean, if they go out and eat because, God forbid, they need food, they get slammed for that. But Seth can go out of town. Okay.
The law enforcement has been pretty adamant, and there's a lot of things that they advise that we may or may not agree with. But they've been pretty adamant about there not being a reward offered. It is something that is still on the table. It may still happen, but I can tell you this: if you know anything about Seth Rogers has not spent a penny of that money that he didn't have to spend to live. The man is not a fancy guy. The man does not.
Okay. Well, where we're on the street is he helped a certain someone with some money. Is that true? I don't know.
Well,
I
this
mean,
would have been a prime opportunity to ask that fucking question.
exactly.
Prime opportunity.
I mean, Betty runs on nothing but rumor and gossip, and you support that. So I want to know, did he, and would he honestly show proof that he didn't help her by showing receipts? Because I'm not going to just take his word for it. Sorry. I'm not one of them people on that panel.
I have not seen the man have one new item anywhere around him since I've been representing him. You know, they attacked him over his motorcycle, and he had his motorcycle far before Sebastian went missing. So
we didn't see him out shopping for a new one, so.
no,
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
he's not a guy that buys, you know, fancy clothes or fancy.
He's still in the same apartment, sorry, like that, he's still in the same spot, right?
Yeah, they raised his rent, and he didn't
Yeah.
even want to move
And he
because
didn't
you know,
move.
that's right.
He's not
Right.
going anywhere.
Tony,
Sebastian.
Tony, I'm Justin. I have a few channels, Justin for All Clips and Pearls. I've never spoken to you publicly or privately, but nice to meet you. I have a couple questions. First, why do you think
SS, you want to see something really funny? I've reviewed their panels, their brainstorm panels with the thing in the wall, Cher. She calls
Oh my
herself
God.
Voices in the Wall. I call her the thing in the wall. But it was her and Spanky, Justin, and Brittany, and Sarah. No, Spirit Seeker was on there, and a couple others came in and out. But I've done a couple other panels. You feel like you're brain dead when you're done. I'm telling, but it's good laughs. Voices, I think you came up the one time, didn't you?
I
Hey,
think
Bruin.
so. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Timu.
in your opinion, the perception
Mensa panels, they are
that
not.
people, you know, have of you? Like, what do you think it is that gets you the?
No, I didn't call them the Mensa panels. I did during the live though. Yeah, it's an award-winning panel. It's an award-winning panel.
Yeah, if you value your brain cells and aren't willing to lose them at the rate of what the fuck per second, I blame Kathy for my poor choices I've made this week. I fully blame her for making me sit through that panel. I'll take one for the team every time for a friend, but yep, I blame that.
Oh, there's so many. Oh my gosh. I'm looking for the titles.
The amount of criticism, and I'll be the first to say I have criticized you, and I'll tell you why here in a moment. But I try to take things. I always try to be sort of fair. I try to be as fair as possible, on each individual basis, right?
Judgment for
on
all.
each individual thing, like.
Spank.
Mr. Judgment for all.
Yeah. Yeah, the ultimate grifters panel is what I called them. There's a couple of them. Yeah. Not some of my best views, but, you know, it was fun.
I'll be the first to say whenever that, you know, they said your junk was being shown or whatever, I've never thought it was anything. I think it's, in my opinion, it was just something.
Frankie, can you ever stand on anything? Seriously, can you use your feet, all 10 of your toes?
He's
Can
totally rewriting what he originally said.
I know. These people can never stand on anything. I mean, just say, no, I've changed my mind now. You know, I've further watched it and, hey, I've changed my mind. That's fine. But this shit was acting like you never did nothing. Or, dude, get a backbone. Or some kahunas.
But
I agree with that. It doesn't
but
even make sense.
Yeah, even I agree with that.
But there is things that I will say here shortly. But I just want to ask you that
Hey,
question there. Like,
Kathy.
what do you think it is that
Hey, great. Well, hey,
everyone comes hard on you for?
It would be simply an opinion, Justin.
Opinion.
Yeah, I'm just asking your opinion. I mean, you know, what do you hear the most?
So here's where we struggle. you hear all these things and these reasons people have made.
Uh-oh. Are you muted? Did you close the window? It's possible her laptop died, so we'll just have to hold tight for a second. Yeah, I think her battery let go. Yeah, she said she would be right back.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay. God, it made me reboot. Let me reshare screen.
I was at a point where I had sun on my screen, so I couldn't quite see. So I was hurrying to get where I could see.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, voices.
You're welcome.
Your mind, and you won't see a situation where I've disrespected somebody. I have a couple times I've gone in on a couple of creators that were viciously attacking Seth, and I don't apologize for that because that's my job. But in a normal setting with people like,
wait a minute. So your job is to go after people's jobs, their businesses if they have them, their families, dox them, threaten them because they don't agree or don't like Seth. So your job is to damage them, hurt them. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know there was a job like that. Did you, voices?
Well, I didn't even think that he had a job with Seth because I thought he said that there was no contract or anything like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's that.
If somebody's not paying me, why am I going to go attack somebody else? If I'm not getting some sort of gain out of it, why would I go and do all the bullshit that he's just done?
Oh, thank you, Debbie. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm sorry if I missed you in chat, but thank you. Oh, that's so sweet.
you and Brittany and
I
people
really
that,
appreciate that. Thank you.
haven't been attacking my client,
Master.
you'll never see me be disrespectful. You won't see me raise my voice. I think a lot of it has to do with
what? And you guys are all just sitting there.
My question is, where the fuck is Jules? Jules that has so much to say. Where the fuck is she on this panel? She is dead silent.
I'm
at least initially getting Seth off of YouTube and creating more of a professional situation for him where he doesn't get on a channel and look down and see the chat and lose his mind, and then give content creators more content to play the next 4 or 5 days attacking him.
Sure.
And I think me taking him off those channels.
Okay, wait.
What? Off what channels?
Yeah, and you're telling me that he was losing his mind because he was looking at the chat? He's in all those chats all the time, commenting with people. What are you talking about?
And he can't be your client if there's no contract.
Yeah, that too. You keep telling us there's no contract, so that means, verbal doesn't stand up in court in this situation, Tony.
No, Jules isn't the dog person. This is Jules of Thought, allegedly innocent, upper right, the panel above Tony.
And they're just sitting there.
Piss some people off. But even the people that are the most vile towards Seth and me, I can tell you that I've never met those people. I reached out. I'll just say this, JLR, and I hate talking about other creators on your channel, but some of the harshest critics, JLR, JS for Justice, and some of his crew. I initially reached out to those people. I reached out to JLR through Justin on TikTok, who reached out to him through Magnolia. I knew that at one point he supported Seth, and it seemed that he had quit supporting him.
Yeah.
I asked him if he'd like to have a conversation because I thought that we could use his platform for Sebastian. He had no desire to talk. He'd never met me, never talked to me. They put a criminal record of mine out there that was not mine, which was fine. I mean,
Oh, here we go again.
A criminal record of mine that was not mine.
Mine, yeah. Tony,
That-
shut up. I think the PIs could have got your accurate information, Tony. Is he for real? People are believing this, and they're sitting there. I have never attacked SR, but as an advocate, I am not about to ignore SR's reprehensible, repugnant, and vulgar things he discusses while using his son's image as an avatar. In my opinion, pure.
Do you notice do you see what Beautiful Disaster says? Notice that the ones he wants to talk about are the same ones that Betty's been throwing digs at.
Of course. But they're not in the, and you're not going to.
Did you mute?
Documents that I wouldn't have been able to have with a record like that. But again, I don't owe that to anybody. And I even reached out to JS for Justice through email and said, hey, if you'd like to have a conversation, I can answer some of your questions. And
does he understand that people can find out if he truly had that kind of job and those kind of credentials?
Oh, I'm sure people already have. Kathy,
Just saying, Tony, you know how it is. You do it, Tony. You do it to other people. But we're supposed to believe that your record, that you say is your record, that's not you. We're supposed to believe that. But you go and do the same exact things and put that information out, Tony. You're the ones that gave it to them on TikTok to put out, Tony. I said that 3 months ago. Nobody wanted to hear it.
Might be able to get on the same page, and we could come on and do an interview. And she didn't want to talk. She simply wanted to bring me and Seth on the panel. And you put Seth in a situation on a call-in show where if she's got all these things in her mind that she doesn't have answers to, then they're calling in like they used to on another show. And again, he loses his mind and he gives everybody content, and that's not what's good for him.
Right.
So I think a lot of it has to do with that.
Wow.
I was going to kind of push you on this.
What'd you say?
I said, wow, he finally found his spokesperson cojones.
Yeah, look at who he's using it on. He's got such a vibrant audience there.
So my main opinion about you in the negative form.
Let me know if that's sped up too much.
Has been because, and I'm going to tell you why, because of Trevor Lee. I've known Trevor for a long time. I've worked with Trevor from in person to afar. And I know that you and Trevor, whenever you first, started becoming, I don't want to say managing Seth. I don't know what the term you guys use it, but, working with Seth, Trevor did call you, and from what I understand, he was disagreeing with something. I can't remember what it was about, to be honest with you.
You're already inaccurate there. I'll tell you what happened with Trevor Lee. So his team before me had made the determination that there was people on his team that needed to go. Now, these are people that I did not know, never broke bread with them, never talked to them. I say I had a phone conversation with one of the PIs. This all stemmed from his team and Seth deciding that it was time for the PIs to go. So when that happened,
That's what it was. Yes, yes, it was a disagreement on the two PIs, and I think he was expressing his opinion on the PIs. And
well, he wasn't expressing his opinion just.
I thought I was the only one stoned.
He was blaming me for Seth firing his PIs. So
well, I mean, I'm not going to say because I don't, he's not here. So but I'm just telling you.
You're gonna tell me you didn't have no input in that at all? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that.
Spanky's ass is about to burst into flames.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not believing this shit.
I have the text.
Okay, that's fine.
I have the text. And I will tell you, and I don't want you headed down the wrong road, which is why I'm kind of cutting in. He called me.
Wait, whoa. Don't say something like that and try and drive right past that. What does that mean?
I think he's meaning he doesn't.
No,
want
I want
Justin
him to
be
answer. What does that mean, Tony?
Which part?
What just come out of your mouth? You came up here. You don't want to see Justin going down the wrong thing, so you're up here tonight.
You're
What
right,
does this mean?
Cash.
What the words that just come out of your mouth before I interrupted? What's that mean?
So what that means is he's starting to tell the story, and there's already inaccuracies.
Yeah, but you kind of gave him a warning, right? Or no?
So
okay,
that's how I took it. But
okay,
just
I was just wondering.
That's how I took it. But just let him carry on.
On his company's expense account. Oh.
Explains.
Sorry.
So what happened is Trevor called me, and he started getting aggressive with me about being the reason that the PIs were gone. I very quickly told him if he had questions about that, he needed to reach out to Seth because he had an open line of communication with Seth. Then he started texting me, and I redirected that text to a group text with Seth on it, which I have screenshots of. Seth told him very clearly in those texts that I had nothing to do with the PIs being gone. I mean, I had no PIs I was trying to bring or anything like that. I mean, my PIs before were in Corpus Christi. But his team and Seth decided
Yeah,
that it
she
was
does
not.
have another TRO coming. Yeah. Christopher Proudfoot was given one today. Yep, he was. Another ex parte.
Not the right fit for him for whatever reason. Trevor would not let it go. He continued to press. He continued to come at me and blame me. And no matter what I said, Justin, he was not going to let it go. And when they got rid of some of the search people, again, not people I knew, not people I had ever met or talked to. I was the fall guy for all of that, and I had nothing to do. I've had something to do with people that have come in to help since then, but they're not people that were related to what Trevor was doing or what the PIs were doing at all.
Hey, Phoenix,
people that are helping with signs and whatnot.
I mean, it was okay. So what? He wouldn't let it go. I mean, can't you disagree on issues and it still doesn't have to be war? You know what I mean? Like, I've just never. I mean, Trevor's going to express his opinion just like we all are.
Yeah, I mean, you guys came out at him hard, man. Tony, you and Seth, man, you dogged Trevor. You did.
But Trevor is literally the first person I knew that took Sebastian's case when nobody, and I mean nobody, was speaking about it. Nobody was interested in it. Nobody cared. 40 people in his chat. And he's a man now, but he was a kid back around the time Summer Wells went missing. And the kid at the time, gave like $1,000 of his own money. Yeah. He has really high character. And let me tell you something.
Justin,
the night I was once, hold one second.
Just a second. Trev has never attracted any kind of controversy.
No. I mean, I think probably the biggest was Nina. And Trevor's like, he's like a family member almost to me. The night all of that went down with Seth. Now,
sorry,
I believe he was young, naive, and he made some mistakes. He made some poor choices, but I don't think he deserved what he got from these people.
Well, I'm going to have questions about Trevor if he is that close to Justin, and we know what Justin's all about. Now I got fucking even more side eye going on.
Me too.
Trevor. If he is family to Justin.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's just a pimp by proxy then.
That's crazy. That does. Yeah, I definitely have some other questions.
I know the man is innocent. He didn't do anything to his son.
I agree.
It's clear. I mean, there's not a better alibi you can get.
Actually, no, it's not clear. No one's been cleared, and we don't know what happened. We weren't there. So honestly, we don't know. So you can't say anybody is 100% in the clear because they're not, according to law enforcement,
But there's no indicators
of any foul
that
play.
right. There's no indicators of foul play.
So you can't say the Propwits did anything either. See where you're at there, Tunnel Rat?
You just backed yourselves into a corner.
Yeah, there's no more proof that the Propwits did anything than there is that Seth did anything. You see what I mean? No, they can't see that.
Being literally in a jail, right? I mean, that's what I tell people. There's not a better alibi. But I was furious with Seth the night he came up on Smiley's, and I told Seth that.
Look,
but just because
I don't know if it's true or not, but rumor in the streets is there is a time discrepancy about being on camera. That's you might want to ask him about that too.
Well, here's the problem with that, Kathy, is that there can be that, but jail is when you work at a jail or a correctional facility, you're in there for the duration of your shift. You can't just go out.
That depends. I've had a family that worked for years in the prison systems. That depends where you're at and what you're. Yeah.
Well, I guess that is true because, like, I know my brother-in-laws that work for the jail in Bighorn County. They just they hate the days that they're not out in doing their deputy duties. They hate the days that they're in because they'll be like, I got to go to jail today, and I will be in there from 6 a.m. till 6:30 p.m. Can't leave. You're in jail.
Yeah, my brother was like that in some of the places he worked. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else he has to say.
Disagree with Seth, or I disagree with you on one thing. To me, it's I can disagree with you on something and still not think you're a horrible person and just the vilest person at the end of the earth.
Right.
So,
and we still have grace for Seth because he's,
of course.
So
I mean, he's
nobody has grace for him.
He's a grieving dad.
Yeah, I agree, Justin. Let me address that for you. That blow up you saw that night, it came after 15 to 20 different screenshots that were sent to him and some of them to me about things that Trevor was saying on different platforms. And quite frankly, most of them were directed at me. And I think Seth had just had enough, and he decided that he wanted to let everybody know that it was his decision. It had nothing to do with me. And to this day, Trevor still blames me for all of that. Now, you don't see me talking about Trevor. You'll never see me talking about him. Anything I've had to say to him, even to the point that, he was texting me while I was on my fishing trip and saying nasty stuff to me and, what have you. Anything I've ever had to say to him, I said it directly to him. I haven't said it to, to other people. But he's young. You're right. And he chose to take to social media and call me a criminal and call me a crook.
You're talking about him.
Say what?
You're talking about him right now. You said you never talk about him, but you are right now.
I'm simply telling you what he chose to do.
I know, but you just told us that you weren't going to talk. You were going to take it directly to him if you had a problem with him.
Well,
all you got to say is that he was saying things that were not nice to you, and then move on.
Okay, we can do that then.
Yeah.
So that's personally for me. That's
finally someone speaks up and says something.
Speaks.
I mean, it's not much, but it's something. He's only been sitting here lying for I don't know how long. Jeez.
It seemed like whenever you came in, this is my opinion. I'm giving it to you honestly, and I hope I'm really trying to be respectful. But it felt like I think probably people felt like they were giving their all. I know Trevor was, and I don't want to speak for him. That's for sure. I'm just speaking on how I felt on something, but it felt like you came in and then everyone was thrown to the side.
It was very bad timing, Justin. I mean, I can certainly see how people.
Hey, Watcher. Hey, Halloween baby. Allie Forever Gray. Okay, cool name. I like how you have it written.
what the perception was there. But when I came in, I had my hands full with cleaning up some of the, some of Seth's interviews and some things that were a challenge. And while I was doing that, Seth was working with the rest of his team to get rid of the people that he did not want involved. And it was 1000% his call. I had never met any of these people.
You didn't want the people involved that actually wanted to do things the right way.
That's what I was just sitting here. Seth trying to get rid of people on his team that actually were doing legitimate.
Yeah.
So, and much like not meeting Brittany and her, her moderators and people in this panel, I approached the people I had a chance to meet the same way I approached you guys tonight, with kindness and, hey, let's talk. But the decision to get rid of those people had already been made before I came on, and he was in the process of doing that. It just took him a while to make it official. But, Seth can tell you himself, and he's told many, many people that was 100% him. And he has always been the guy that controlled his team, period.
Sure. I don't know. It may have been timing. I don't know. But that's the way it felt. That's the way it seemed to look from my point of view.
I get it. It's a lot easier to keep people if there's people that Seth in his mind and heart thought that added value. It's a lot easier to keep people than it is to find new ones. So I'm sure he had his reasons. A lot of the Trevor situation.
Whether or not Seth was on camera at work would not exclude him. There are several ways he could be involved. With that said, I do not think any parents are involved. I do feel LA should not clear them. Yeah, exactly. That's what I told them. They can't sit there and say that he's 100% cleared. They can't say that because they don't know that. I don't personally think any of the parents did anything, but what I think don't matter. I mean, law enforcement could care less what I think.
Had to do with the PIs. It really wasn't even Trevor himself. And, I don't know that Trevor directly ever did anything, to Seth until after the PIs were let go. I mean, again, I don't know those people. I had one conversation with,
I don't either, really.
With one PI, and then I had a few conversations with the other one after she was gone. And, I never had any bad conversations with them. Never had anything against them. Really didn't know them or know what they were doing or any of that kind of stuff. That wasn't my job.
Yeah, I just think it would be one more thing, and I'll promise you I'll shut up. I think it would just be nice to at least heal things where you can.
Yeah.
Go to someone and just say, can we talk this out? Can we, just for the sake of it all, really? Relationships matter, perceptions matter, and I think we should always be, to at least, offer that, and maybe not, be on the same track, but at least have a general piece about it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Justin. And I will tell you that it gets to a point, there's not a lot of members of our team at this point. It gets to a point where we've got a full plate, plus we've got a full-time job, plus we've got a family. And when it gets to the point that you're getting attacked every day and a lot of it is baseless, you don't really have a lot of time to try to talk through things with people that have already made up their mind about you without giving you a shot. So, if you got into trying to have conversation after conversation with people that had already made up their mind about you, you wouldn't get anything done for Seth.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
But that should be a red flag for you, Tony. That should tell you that you're going about it and doing things the wrong way. If you're spending all your time deflecting and trying to play cleanup from the messes you're making all over the place, maybe you're not doing it right then. I don't know. I mean, that just seems like...
Again, sorry, 1 second. Go ahead. Someone talk. I want to talk.
Okay, just one thought. So it's the story that you were telling earlier, that at the beginning, Seth was kind of going around on the different YouTube channels, and then you came onto the scene, and you guys decided to work together and whatnot. You said tonight that part of that, your role was to make this, I think you used the word professional, to make it a professional thing, that he wouldn't go up on a channel, get upset about what's being said in the side chat, and then act out and make more content for later, right? That's not really...
Thank you, Remy. His own behavior.
That's not really how I remember it at all. the way that I remember it, and tomorrow I'll go back and double check my memory, but the way I remember it is that Seth came on the scene and he was devastated that his son was missing, and he was activated, searching anywhere and everywhere that he could. He had friends of his, I think, from where he works that were also with him, and he garnered an immense amount of support on social media. Everyone was standing beside this man. Everyone. He was answering questions. He was thoughtful. He was kind. People's heartstrings were, I mean, everybody felt protective. They were worried about Sebastian, but they also felt protective and worried about Seth. And it seemed like that when you showed up, when you began to be a part of the conversation, it seemed like that changed. It seemed like suddenly Seth was a lot more combative.
How are
The
you, buddy?
team,
I'm good. How about you?
Good. I'm listening.
the team is falling apart, and then people online began being attacked, and he lost a lot of his support fell off. And that's kind of how I remember. I seem to remember it like different than the way you described it.
I agree with you. That's what I'm curious when he says he had to come in and clean up things that
Yeah.
Seth has said. I'm curious, where does that come from? Because like Jen, is it Jen? Sorry, it's a tiny screen. Jules, sorry. Like Jules
that
just
was
said,
just a lot.
Finally,
Someone
Jules
uses a
is
lot of cleanup
asking.
stuff.
clean up stuff, and that sounds in true crime. That's well, you can take how that sounds, right?
Give me just 1 second, Cher. Listen, prayers for Sebastian's not being removed, but here's what's gross. You're coming in chat trolling with the damn rooster, but attaching prayers for Sebastian on with it while you're trolling another chat from a channel, trolling a chat from another channel. That's no. What's disrespectful is tacking Sebastian's name onto the trolling. Please stop.
That's when Truth Not Feelings and his crew all went in there with the roosters, and we all know how they feel about each other. I mean, I kind of agree with her on that. Um, but I also understand where they were coming from too. Are you muted?
Yeah, I was. My son was just out here.
Oh, sorry.
She sat here all this time, not saying a peep while this man sitting here lying through his teeth, trying to rewrite history a couple times, and now she going to speak up about something.
Listen, I
Girl.
see both sides of it. I see
Oh,
both
I
sides
didn't
of
know
it.
they went in there. I wasn't watching their chat like that. I
Yeah,
quit
they
watching
all
by
went in
this.
there and put the roosters and prayers for Sebastian, and
I quit watching by this time.
the only reason I knew of that was because Truth talked about it. I'll be right back. So let's take this opportunity. If you haven't tapped the thumbs up, please go ahead and tap the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Either one. Make sure that you have that bell turned on to all, because Kathy has been doing a lot of coverage on this and brings you oh crap, brings you a boatload of content covering the fuckery surrounding said case. Sorry, I'm currently having a car pull up in my outdoors, and I'm not exactly sure who it is and why they're doing that. She'll be back just a moment. Oh yeah, I'll be okay to hold it down. She's rebooting. Yeah. I remember that when she lost it over the Roosters. Seems like the Roosters have gotten her twice now. Godzilla. Look, a cat. Hmm. Okay, well, and now Grandma's calling. So bear with us while we navigate this. After these messages, we'll be right back. There's a cat over there. All right. Well, that was just to tell me about another doctor's appointment. So we're good. All right, here we go. Kathy will be back. The computer's rebooting, and there she is. See? There we go.
Hey, no, I'm on my phone. I'm switching. I don't know what happened. StreamYard just totally booted me completely. I'm trying to get it to load back up. I don't know what the hell's going on. This
Okay.
isn't even on my computer. This is StreamYard just totally shut down.
Well,
Just totally kicked me out and shut me down. Thank you for holding chat down.
oh, you're welcome. Of course, Grandma called right in the middle of all that, so there was a little bit of a dead time, but I think I got in enough activity for them to, tap the thumbs up, make sure they're subscribed, all of that. Not making any crafts. I legit was sitting here, paying attention and listening because I picked up a couple more things that I hadn't heard the first time. That's why I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah, when I rewatch these interviews, it's getting ready. It's coming back on so that I can play the video back.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say I can screen share too if you need me to.
Okay.
That doesn't
You
come
know
back
what?
up. We can do it. I can help too.
We'll just find where we left off. You want to just do that?
If you want me to, were you just on? Do you remember what the timestamp was?
No, it shut off. I just shut off right now.
Okay, well, give me just a second and I'll get pulled up.
I don't know where it was though. I don't know what happened. Now it's telling me it's gonna read what?
It's got a what? What does it say?
It's something with StreamYards is now what? It's only 96% there. I don't freaking know.
Well, maybe
This
there's an
is so
update. So
weird. Yeah, but to boot me in the middle of a live like that's messed up.
Honey, I wonder if your computer gave you the warning and it just restarted. Mine will do that every once in a while.
Yeah, no. Oh wait, now it's done. It's
okay.
Done.
Well,
I don't
I'm
know.
still working
That
on.
freaked me out. That better never happen again. I was like, what the hell?
Well,
I always
I'm
have
still
that kind
working
of
on
stuff.
getting that pulled up. It was her live from last night, right?
Yeah. No, the one from the night before.
Night before. It's not the damned if I do, damned if I don't. It's the other one,
Yeah,
right?
because all she did was, I did my best. I'm just a victim. All for me. Not everybody's mad at me, but I didn't do nothing. Yeah, you're right. You didn't do nothing. You didn't stand on shit. Exactly what I
Why does
expected
she
of
have
you.
Tony and Betty on her thumbnail? Tony Mathis joins us, and it's a picture of Tony and Betty. What the actual fuck?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's crazy. Wow, you're taking forever to load. What the hell? My computer's on. I'm not turning it off, you fuckhead. I don't like you either, computer. How's that? You can go in a damn swimming pool. Somebody might as well use it. It got too hot. I don't like it. I'm so ready for the cooler days. Marjorie.
Okay, hang on. I'm coming in.
Coming in hot.
I'm not hot. Grandma's 87, Brittany. She just turned 87 a week ago
Okay,
Sunday.
because if not, and my screen's actually back now.
Is it? Well, I just got mine back there. Ah, shit. Now my computer's giving high CPU usage detected.
I'm telling you something with this live. I'm telling you.
No, listen, we had another huge solar flare that just happened. I've seen the northern lights the last 3 nights. We had a huge solar flare that just come through. And it's brought the northern lights out again. You can see them almost all the way down to
Holy
Alabama
shit.
again. I've got it
Thank you for
backstage, Kathy, if you need me to do. I plugged mine in and I got my cooling pad going. So it no longer gives me the high CPU usage warning.
Okay.
Hey, Kimberly
don't-
Jerome, I forgot. I didn't.
But I'm
didn't.
going to come back up through this way now.
Okay,
Because
however,
if it, I mean, just for me out, in case, maybe I shouldn't.
and there is. It's August blue moon tonight, so buckle up, buttercups.
Okay, I'm going to do it like this for a little bit and see what happens. Go ahead, play your thing.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to.
Okay.
You're gonna have to add me to the stage. Add it to the stage. If you're on your phone, it's gonna be down lower.
Yes.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, Kathy, I was listening to StreamYard, and they are getting ready to start. StreamYard will be in dark mode coming sometime soon. And they're also doing reusable links. Okay, I'm going to mute so we can start this.
Reusable links.
You know, but there are going to be people that find you to be an easier target when you're consistently in the public eye.
That's true. I'm not sure if Pascal fell asleep on break in garage. Just saying. I'm not sure what that means.
I think they said that Seth said that he fell asleep in his truck on.
Is this close to where we were at? And
no, I think
can you
we
hear
were
it?
back a little bit further. Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
it. We
can hear it now that I got it unmuted. Were we back? Oh wait, we were still with Cher on panel, weren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's try this real quick.
Yeah,
Those
start
are
right
true
there.
colors. I mean, it doesn't really benefit us to go back and try to turn somebody bad good, if that makes sense.
Oh, we better back up a little bit more.
Remember, I think
here we
back
go.
to that one of the phone calls he had where he said that he had a talk with you, and that it was off, like you being the spokesperson for both family members.
Yeah, it was definitely off.
So he was. Oh man, I had a question regarding. There's actually a couple, and one will come back to me in a minute. I forgot what it was, but I'm trying to think about things that I've heard that you might know the answer to. Let's talk about the news interview with Seth when he was on the boat with Sonar.
Okay.
I am so sick of hearing this. People are saying that boat was rented for the sole purposes of Seth to do a photo op, and that there was no search.
No, I never heard that. I thought that was Tony's. I always thought that. My understanding was it was Tony's boat. I don't know where she's getting those rumors from.
That day, remember?
He probably could have borrowed a boat for that. To be honest, that's a reach.
That's absolutely disgusting. It was my boat. It's still my boat. We searched with we searched with another couple that came to town to help that were in a boat with us. We searched for 4 days. It was probably 104 degrees in the shade those days. And we searched until he just couldn't go any longer. Each day, there was no, when I talked to Jamie Vaughn at Channel 2 News, she asked me how the search was going. And I told her that kind of gave her the rundown. I gave her the process of looking for things that didn't belong, items of interest, so to speak. She asked me to send her a picture of Seth driving the boat.
But don't you think that's staged then?
I'm beginning to now really, I am thinking that all of this is staged.
I mean, you're taking specific poses. You're doing specific things in the photos that you are snapping and passing around. You're trying to show exactly that. That's crazy. It just seems like, so you were sending her the photos you wanted her to have. Why would she want you to stage a photo of him driving the boat? Do you ever think to ask that?
Listen, nobody is wanting to answer the fucking questions. This is wild. And he even says in here, number one, we don't know if this is the actual Jaden because nobody fucking, we don't know if anybody checked.
So, I'm sorry, but there's something. I'm not saying that everything that's been said was, that was inappropriate was done, but I do believe something was. To what degree, I don't know. But, and I just, I don't buy none of this shit. But let's get back into it.
We moved
It's so
out
weird
to
not
an area on
controlling.
mud flats so that it wouldn't show anybody where we were searching. And I gave her the picture she asked for. And that was really it. Unfortunately, they went on further, and I gave her a 30-minute dissertation. There you go. There's Jaden right there.
Yep. I want to make sure that's highlighted. Look
Yeah.
at that, you guys.
I'm just
Look at
telling
that.
you guys, there's so much misinformation. It's like a rainstorm of information every day we get out of bed.
Well, this right here is particularly disgusting, Tony, because I didn't want to repeat it, but I'm going to tell you what they are claiming that he said.
I've already heard it. I heard it earlier today.
It's sickening, you guys. I mean, and I'm going to tell you something else that I've heard. And here's another question I got for you.
Wait a minute.
Maybe tell.
Wait a minute.
So they're saying that Seth search teams.
Listen, after the way he was inappropriate on your panel, Brittany, would it surprise me that things like that were said? No, because it's not the only time I've heard him be inappropriate. Do I think that there was things said? Yeah. I don't know if this is Jaden for real or not, but I also know he's not going to go or say anything against Seth. There's that. I got to take over control again. I'm trying to see if this is going to hold up or what. It's not.
Did yours come back up?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think I'm about 3 seconds behind you. So when you say pause, there's a delay, and plus it's me switching tabs so that I can make sure and mute and unmute. And I'm doing a shitty job at unmuting. Okay. So is yours back up? Because if it is, we can swap out.
Yeah, let's swap out, but keep yours up just in case this thing goes bonkers on me again.
Okay. All right. And we're at 156.01 is our timestamp that we're at right now, Kathy.
And like that, it's magic.
It's back? You're back?
And like that, it's magic. I'm back.
All right. So I've got my other tab open. So I'm going to mute and I'm going to let you share screen.
Okay. We were probably right about here. All right. We weren't that far ahead. But you know what? We're going to get a little bit more into this, but there's some other things I wanted to show. But Toasty goes live at 8:30, and I got to deal with the kiddos. So if you're up for a late stream, voices after Toasty, like around 11:30, if nobody's live, you want to do a live and get into the TikTok lives of Tony's TikTok crew. Can you hear me? I don't know if anybody can hear me.
Yes, yes, my mute wouldn't come off. I am struggling with now that I've done this share screen. Like I was sitting here hitting
See, I
control
messed you up.
No, my system hasn't been right since I dumped coffee on it. But we're at 156.01, Kathy.
Here we go. We'll do a little bit more of this, and then what'd you think of my idea? I'll come back and do it by myself. We'll have an open panel, and I'll show you guys the TikTok videos that I haven't showed you with Tony and crew.
The search team's off because he was being very inappropriate with all the women that were helping.
Well, let me just tell you this. You've got some nice ladies on the panel tonight. If you were volunteering helping somebody and they made you feel uncomfortable one time, would you continue to keep coming back and coming around that person?
Never.
I mean, that should tell you everything you want to know. And Jaden, if you're listening, I hope you're doing okay, buddy. Jaden is a phenomenal kid. His girlfriend is incredible. His family's incredible. Very important part of Seth's life. And the fact that people are even saying that is absolutely disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're labeling this man as a predator.
That's the easiest.
Okay. Like I said, I've said my opinion on that. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here because, okay.
And don't believe it because it's just so easy. I mean, it's like Amber Heard. As women, we're taught we trust what the woman says always. But no, it's 2024 and women lie and they get it over on men all the time. I'm sorry. So that is hard for me. I want proof of that before I condemn a man of that.
Well, you know, I don't, one thing you very rarely hear me do, if ever, is actually defend myself. I hate to qualify things that are being said, and if you start defending, it qualifies those things. But don't you think it's pretty sick that they did an overlay of a private part?
Dude, it wasn't an overlay for the why do you keep going back to that? Why are you harping on it so much, Tony? Why are you making it into something it wasn't? Dude, let it go. Own it, move on, shake it off, you know?
And tried to make it look like I exposed myself when I'm talking about a child.
So, one thing about that, Tony.
Tony, I don't think it was on purpose. I think it was an accident. You know, shit happens. Like I said, you've made this into far more than it ever needed to be. And you still are.
There is.
You think you're the only dude that's ever happened to? Nah, you're not. Heck, some do it for real. I mean, do it just to do it. You're saying that's not the case? Okay. I don't give two shits. I didn't share that video because I don't care.
Someone said they had the original one.
Well, you know, that's not true if you know anything about TikTok. because the only guy that has the original is the account owner. And I played the original
I don't know.
on a
Like I
live.
said, it
You
was
did
never
not play the
confirmed.
original. You did not play the original, sir. You played the night before's. You did not play the original. We watched it live with crazy crime critters lady, the whatever she is, typing
Daisy.
legitimately while you were talking, sir.
Mhm.
Don't lie.
Yeah, it was live, Tony. It was live, and yeah, no one was in your phone but you. Yeah, it happened, dude. Like I said, big deal. Let's move on from it. You can't let it go. Mystery said that, and that's
My
true.
neighbor
Mystery
needs me
said, I
for just
think
a
that
moment,
is a
Kathy. I'll
troll
be right
buddy
back.
of
Kathy,
DTTs. Jaden would not be siding with you.
Kathy, my neighbor needs me for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, hon. All right. So they didn't confirm it was Jaden. I don't know. Is it far-fetched to believe that there were some inappropriate words said? No. No. Do I know if it was said? No, I wasn't there. I don't care. They're making it out to be more than what I ever thought it was. You know, I mean, you chalk it up to that's just how Seth has behaved on here. And he has. I mean, I'm not trying to shade him or nothing, but he has. He's been inappropriate a few times. A few times. So, I don't know. I just.
The next night for everybody to see. And then the girls that were in the panel also told everybody we were on the live. It didn't happen, but we're going to play the
did
live
happen.
again. And I videoed me going into the live folder, picking the live from the previous night and played it through. But it's a very, very simple editing trick. I fly a drone and I have an editing software I use.
Then is that what you did, Tony? You used the editing software to take it out or to put it in? Because it was live, Tony. Nobody could shove that in during a live, is what you're not understanding. They would have had to have had your phone, Tony. So did you use your editing software to remove it after the fact? Is that why it's not on your said video? Huh.
And all you have to do is stack a shadow over the video itself and drag that into 2 or 3 seconds of duration.
Oh, that was more than a shadow, my dear. It was more than a shadow. Not much, but it was more than a shadow.
There you've got an overlay. You know how it works, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought it was.
Justin, don't. You know what? You're going to. Spanky, you have no kahunas. You just like Brittany and the rest of them up there.
Anything to begin with, personally,
But then they took that video and sent it to my employer and tried to damage my family's income.
My God.
Oh, wow.
That's too far.
I've always had questions about that, regardless. If
Okay,
it's
you're
phony.
crying. You're saying that someone's trying to damage your family's income. Is that not what you did to people, Tony? You had your people, your little crew, go after someone's business. You've had your crew try to take people's channels down that, rely on their YouTube money. That's messing with people's finances. You're messing with their YouTube channels, right? So how now you want to cry victim because you're on a perpetual victims panel? Yeah, that's a hard no for me, Tony.
Mathis
Right.
or it's Justin, I would have problems because just the logicality of that doesn't even make sense.
The
Like,
same thing as going to get Don Wells fired at work.
Exactly,
Like,
Sheila.
did that bring
Yeah.
Summer home? You know?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And I mean, so, you're talking about a 29-year marriage that I have, a very good marriage. You're talking about
Good for you.
a college graduate and another child that's 15.
Well, good for you.
And you're
That's
willing.
great. Good. I don't care about your personal life. That information is none of my business. I really don't care. But what we're going to do is, because Toasty comes on soon, 20247. Okay, I know where I left off. Um, what I can do is, after my hubby gets home, I get him fed and all taken care of when he gets home from work. After I get everything done, and Toasty's over, maybe I'll shoot up and do another live, a late night live, and we can go over the TikTok video that I had for a while, and I didn't, and I've talked to you about it, but you know, I didn't show it because I wanted the people was about to be able to show it first. So now it's okay. I can show it, and a lot of you probably haven't seen a lot of it, but it's going to show you what Tony had his crew on TikTok. Just and this is just a portion of what he had them do. It's crazy. It is crazy. Just because he's married doesn't mean jack shit. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's great that he's still married. Good for him. Um, I've been married how many years? Oh shoot, I don't remember now. Are we going on 40 or 41? I don't know. It's around. I'll have to ask my husband. He's the one that knows all that stuff, not me. I'm terrible with that stuff. I am terrible with it. But I'm trying to put together some fun laughs for a birthday stream. So if you guys have anything you want to see, or even if there's something you want to see, or someone else that's not funny that you want to look at, let me know in the comment section and I'll look them up. But also there was some psychics that have come out recently. Oh, is anybody familiar with somebody named Donna that's been involved in Sebastian's case from the start? Heavily involved? Because I don't remember a Donna. He's been trying to cause problems. Canine Encounter, school name. For me as well. I'm retarded. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that, Canine Encounters. Yeah, they like to do some dirty behind the scenes stuff, that's for sure. I I don't, that might be, uh-oh, my battery's gonna shut off again. Now this time it's not them, it's my battery. And it's, I don't know. But it could be, but there's a psychic, but I didn't know how heavy involved she still is, and I thought that was, it could be. It could be. But we're gonna look at those psychics because some of you are gonna be pissed. Some of you are gonna be pissed. But I wanna get back, finish the Tony stuff, and I want to show you the TikTok videos that I have not showed you. And if you've only seen parts of, but I'll show it all. I may keep a screen up because of pictures. I may bleep or fast forward through because it gets vulgar and nasty. It really does. It's Delta goes off, but yeah, my thing's gonna shut off. Shit, what the hell is going on? Okay, there you go. Anyway, she inserts herself. She's been around since Rodney and a few other older cases. Yeah. The way she talks about this Donna, though, wow, I'm surprised that's who she's referring to. I really am. Um, Me either. I never quite. In a few, I consider PJs in the airport, but not any hotel lobbies. Yeah, Sir Duke smells of cash. Sir Duke smells of Cheez-Its because he just ate a Cheez-Its. Must be a cheap hotel. Yeah, I got a question about the bed bug thing too, Betty. And there's also a little snippet of Betty I want to show you too. So I am going to come back. Hubby will just have to get over it. But I am going to come back and finish up because I want to get into the other stuff I have planned. Anyway, so I will see you guys after Toasty. If there's not 30 other people live. But if no, I'll probably pop on here and we'll finish this. And if there is 30 other people live, then I'll probably pop in first thing in the morning as soon as the kids are off the school bus around 9 o'clock. If I can't, you know. But I will finish this because I really want to show you them videos. Oh, this stupid thing. Why are you giving me a hard time? All right, guys. I'm going to let you go. So for everybody who wants to go to Toasties. And, oh, Butterfly's Journey. Thank you for coming in. There's others that Silver follows and endorses. Oh. Okay. Hey, Dreams. Okay, I came in to say bye. No, my internet went out, but I have it on my phone. I have no internet signal at all. Maybe that's what was going on. Maybe it wasn't StreamYards. I don't know. Dear old, good old, sweet Spectrum sucks for me today. But anyway, I didn't want to end it like that. I wanted to come in and say bye to everybody. And I will, like I said, if I don't get back here tonight, I will late tonight. After Toasty, I will be here first thing in the morning, but I'm going to try to do tonight. Providing my internet works right, because I don't know how good my phone's going to hold up. But thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you, mods, for everything. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for the super chats. And one of these days, my new plugin will come from my computer, too. Everything else is fixed on the computer. I just got to need the plugin. But, yeah. Now my internet box is still red. Shit. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Thank you for hanging with me. Sorry about the tech issues. Night all.